I'm gon' ride, we gon' ride, who gon' slide, we gon' slide, they my guys, they my slimes.
Clip up the ride out.
I'm gon' ride, we gon' ride, who gon' slide, we gon' slide, they my guys, they my slimes.
All out when we ride out.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is the epic battle. It was the Lox versus Dipset, and it was on Triller, and it came on after a series of boxing matches in which we saw Michael Hunter win his fight in an impressive knockout eventually. And then immediately after that, we saw the Triller Verzuz. So we're going to talk about it because it is somewhat related to boxing because it was on a boxing card. Now, what was your reaction to the Lox versus Dipset? Who do you think won? And did you like mixing the Verzuz battle with a boxing card? What was your reaction to that?
Well, yeah. Well, first I'll say this. Triller, this is how you should do it. The first couple of showcases y'all had, where y'all had the intermission, had a whole bunch of people performing in between fights. I thought that was horrible. But the way they did it this time, get the fights out the way, reasonable time, then after have the verses. I thought that was cool. That's the best of both worlds if you want to mix boxing with the hip hop world. I thought this way was ideal, because for those that are into boxing but may not be into rap music, they can just log off and then they're done, right? But I'll say this. I blame Michael Hunter for the Dipset getting body bagged. And here's why. Michael Hunter walked in the ring with Hell Rell and J.R. Ryder and 40 Cal. But Hell Rell and J.R. Ryder walked in that ring with my man Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter should have said, y'all ain't coming out with me. Y'all better go out there with Jewels, Jim Jones, and King. Because they need some bars. Because Jada, Styles, and Sheik did to them boys, man, shame on the Dipset, man, for real. So they definitely needed Hell Rell and J.R. Ryder to spit some of them freestyles to keep it somewhat even, But to be honest with you, it all really depends on how you actually judge verses, right? In the past, people just judge verses based upon just the hits. It wasn't even necessarily about the performance. But my man Jadakiss hit everybody with a cheat code. He made people focus on the performance. He was like, yo, they lip singing, they this, they that, and then everybody's like, he's kind of right. You know what I mean? So then now it put Dipset at a major disadvantage. They had my man Jim Jones recorded, messing up his lyrics. I was like, golly, man, this is bad. These dudes was punking them, yo. I seen Styles P try to rob Cam. I seen Jada snatch Jewel's bandana. My man Jim Jones fell off the stage. Freaky Zeke looking like, that your drunk uncle trying to dance at a wedding or at a barbecue or something. It was bad, man. It was just bad. So salute to the Lox, man. They put on, man, Yonkers, man. Salute to y'all. Y'all had a good night on Tuesday. And Michael Hunter, shame on you. You should have got them brothers in there with Kim and his people, and they should have kissed and made up and been the whole diplomatic immunity, because those three gentlemen just wasn't cracking. And hold on, I forgot to add, and their DJ was horrible too. The sound quality was horrible on the Dipset side, and I think the dude started off by playing Soulja Boy or something. I'm like, why would he play Soulja Boy knowing that you're supposed to be playing some dip stuff? So Homeboy was trash too, man. So it was just horrible altogether. Camron lost his voice. Man, it was bad, man. You had Jewel sleeping on the floor. Then as the night went on, Jewel's looking like he's on some type of substance. He started wobbling around the stage. Man, it was a bad look, man. It was really a bad look. But salute to Dipset for they lost, but they took the L. I seen them on videos afterwards. They're just cool about it. That dude Queen's Flip, if you know, Queen's Flip was on the stage at one point. Queen's Flip approached Jim Jones about it, was like, yo, let me holler at you, Jones. And then Jones was like, yo, yo, Flip, I don't want to deal with this right now. He goes, yo, you got Harlem dudes talking about they from Yonkers. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, they're good sports, And then afterwards, I seen a video with Styles P and Cam talking about how they were mad cool actually, and no fight was gonna break out. And when Styles P was on the run back in the days, he used to hide out at Camron's house. So they've been cool for like since day one. So that was good to see, man. It's although it was really like tense, it's good to see those brothers put on a show for the city.
Woo. All right. And now we're gonna turn it over to Trill Dollar Bill.
You mean Trill Santana?
That was a great summary of what happened, man. G, you were spot on. But this was the only thing I can keep thinking about.
Trill Santana.
How he didn't pass out with all this stuff on his head.
All the players.
Look, I'm just taking it all off now because I'm about to pass out. I'm so hot.
Trill, you had to do one thing though, man.
Man, you forgot
to do. Get in the car and don't touch nothing. Sit in the car.
I'm still taking stuff off my head. I don't know how he was doing it. This is incredible. If anything, he should have got an award. He had all that on, and they was horrible. I'm surprised. No wonder he was wobbling around. He was about to pass out. He had all that stuff on him. Listen, that was an L, and they took the L well. Look, they just wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? They just wasn't ready. They wasn't prepared. They must have thought they was going up against a joke because they didn't realize they was going up against the best top 5 that are alive. You know what I'm saying?
One LP.
He got grams. All they know about is grams.
Listen. That was so bad. That beating was so bad. Everybody. I went outside the next day. Everybody had on Timbs with shorts on. That's how bad they got beat. Cam was trying to swing. Cam was the only one out there swinging. You know what I'm saying? Cam was the only one out there swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so y'all like Jada's freestyle? I got a freestyle.
He was swinging. He was the only one out there swinging. Like Jules was about to pass out for all the stuff he had on his head and everything else. Jim came out there with the latex leggings and he was trying to rock it out. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. And those are my guys. But Jada just kept it all the way hip hop. Styles and Sheik, they kept it all the way hip hop. And that's what this is about. Hip hop. This wasn't a fashion show who can dress the best. This was about bars, and they outbarred them. You know what I'm saying? So they outbarred them the whole time. I was just like, this is not even no competition. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go put on my Timbs and my shorts right now, just thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't watch all of it. I watch like bits and pieces, and from what I saw, man, it was just like. Cam, to me, should have read the room. Right. And once the room was going towards that whole like freestyle era vibe thing, Cam actually has some joints on SDE, Sports, Drugs, Entertainment. That if he would have went to that, he would have gained the respect of the crowd. Next. But I think it was so far removed. And SDE is actually one of my favorite Cam albums. Like I used to kill that album. Like SDE, yeah, like that album. Yeah, that album got me through some hard times in my life because I was going through a lot at that time. And like just listening to SDE, you know, Cam was rapping different. Even Joel Santana's on that album. If you never heard it, Sports, Drugs, Entertainment, and even he was rapping different. Santana. It wasn't that like the Rudy Fruity. Yeah, it wasn't that. Like they weren't rapping like that. And so
he was
like
actually rapping about his life, his real
life.
So
like for example, I didn't watch the entire verses. Did you watch it, G, the entire thing?
That's the whole thing, bro. I was like,
so did Cam perform Come Kill Me? Like, you know, you want to kill me, come do it. I don't.
Nah,
he didn't perform that. Did he perform That's Me?
Nope.
Nah, he didn't. Nah, yo,
he did all the.
He only did like Come Home With Me and Purple. Purple Haze. He did Down and Out. He did play that late in the rounds, and which I was like, yo, bro, you should have played that somewhere in the beginning.
Nah, it happened, and I know exactly what Caden said. He came to one of my shows once. and the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to do a certain type of. It be like that. You got to learn how to read the crowd. He was going into like a poppy situation. That's like with pop music and his biggest hits, where they was for the underground crowd. That was what was there. The crowd that wanted underground music, who wanted bars. You know what I'm saying? That was
so. I honestly believe. I promise you, majority of that audience thought Dipset was gonna win, bro.
Yeah.
Jada literally made it about bars, and it forced the Dip to switch up because the Dips was horrible. They
was on. He kept saying it all night, like they can't rap like us.
You can hear the lyrics playing while they're performing, and they're messing up their own verses. That's bad. You know what
I also think that it was more than just that, though. It's their performance too. It was almost like they didn't care. It was like they didn't prepare. They didn't.
They prepared more for their outfits.
Yeah,
they prepared to put their outfits together more than they prepared for the battle.
It reminds me of the rap battle where Cannabis battled this dude. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was mad.
Yeah, the dude had like memorized his lines and everything, and Cannabis forgot his bars. Like, have you ever seen it, G? Did you see that battle?
I think I did, man.
It's like the worst, bro. It's like the worst battle I've ever seen, bro. It was like, Cannabis didn't remember his stuff. Like he had to like.
He pulled out the notebook. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he had to look at paper, bro. Yeah. And like the dude was like eating him, but the dude was nice. The dude was nice, and the dude said it like, I'm just mad you didn't give me the respect.
Exactly.
Prepare for me.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I took you seriously, and you didn't prepare for me. And I think the crowd, what they saw was like, the Lox took this seriously. The Lox came to give us a show, and Dipset just came to like lip sync over their tracks or whatever. So I think it just became like a compounding factor of like everyone's like, this on top of that, and like Jada's out there spitting his heart out, like you know what I'm saying? Everyone's out there, and then you just got like these dudes walking around the stage, like they're too cool, and
they put on every designer. Jews put on every designer cloth he could find, do rag, everything he could find. I'm like,
dude had on. It looked like he had on a leather.
Listen, they went to the jewelers. He was like, hook us up for the night. Throw everything on us.
Right? Remember what Jim did right before balling? He went to the crowd and had a jeweler put a chain on him. I'm like, fam, this is bad, son. This is
this is not a fashion show.
And what I'm getting at though is Jada said make it about bars. Cam tried to make it about bars when that ship had sailed already. Oh, y'all want bars? Like, no. He should have immediately said, this dude want to bring it about bars. Like, give me That's Me. Give me Come Kill Me. Like those songs. And then go out there. You know what I'm saying? And then do that. And then the crowd was like, Cam went in. Cam went in. Right? Cam got some songs. Cam can rap. He's not Jada, but Cam's no scrub.
I honestly think Cam tried to actually freestyle. Like this was like not like a written. It was like a freestyle.
I heard it. Like I saw that part. But what
you shut that down, like boo.
Because like the way he was saying, but like to get into it, Jadakiss is a throwback. Every now and then you get these throwbacks. Like even in boxing, you get like a throwback fighter. Well, Jada's from the era where he was around Biggie.
Facts.
Right? You look at Biggie. Biggie's like Mr. Lyrical, and he's around Biggie. He got to experience Biggie. Even he's on All About the Benjamins, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I did real tracks with Big, no made up ish. You know what I'm saying? Like he really was on tracks with Big. Then you look at it like he was with one of the greatest rappers ever around him. Did tracks with him. Then he was with one of the greatest performers ever in DMX. You look at what Jay-Z was saying about DMX. Jay-Z was on Barbershop with LeBron James and everyone, and they were talking about DMX. And he said, I remember the first day we did the Hard Knock Life tour. He said, DMX goes on stage, and he's doing his thing. And 1 minute, the audience is jumping. He starts saying a prayer, and Jay-Z's like, mother effers are crying. Then he starts going into stuff again. He's going around that stage, sweating. People are going crazy. He said, and then after they hand me the mic and say, yeah, you up. Jay-Z was like, what? Like, I gotta go up. So he said, then I go on, and then it's a hard knock life. It's like, so he said, like, I told him immediately, we need to change my set. And so what Jay-Z said was like, and this is where, and you gotta look this up. Jay-Z said this on Barbershop. So it's funny that you just witnessed it firsthand. But Jay-Z said this before the Lox battle. He said, I knew that DMX could do all those things, but I knew he wasn't better than me lyrically. So on that tour, you had the most acapellas ever, because what he was highlighting was bars. So that's what Jadakiss did. He basically said, I'm going to remove, y'all may have better songs, y'all may have more hits, I'm just going to highlight the bars.
He's just cut from a different cloth. Jada's just cut from a different cloth. You got people out here. How do y'all feel about Eminem? Eminem, people say he's one of the nicest lyricists. There's a lot of people out there. But even he had to let everybody know that Jada is just a step above. It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Jada, Corrupt, Nas, and then me. He even put Jada up. Don't play with Jada. Do not play with Jada.
Nah, M's a monster too. But that's
a monster.
That's a different era.
Different era.
That's just a different. You had to rhyme, you had to rock, you had to have stage presence, you had to do it all. And like Cam's his own dude though. Like, you know, so at the end of the day, man, like, you know, he's where Cam shines is here. So Styles P said how before they even agreed to do the verse battle, when Triller was trying to get them to do it, they said they were on like a group call, and he said like the Lox were like okay with it, they were ready to do it, and they said Cam got on the call and said, this is how it's gonna go. This is what you're gonna pay me. This is what you're gonna pay the Lox, and this is what it's gonna take. And if we don't get this, it's not happening. And they say, yo, they got the deal, and they say, yo, Cam is like a businessman. They say Cam handled that for both of them. So like that's what Cam does. Cam's that dude. So although what you saw in that verses and the reason why it was all love or whatever, even before they got on that stage, Cam locked it down and solidified the bag for all of them.
Because they both won.
Yeah.
They both got the bag. So at the end of the day,
the Lox def won. You know
but you know what? They're going on the tour.
Yo, they won the battle, but they both won the war.
Yeah. Because
they both went away with a healthy check.
They going on a tour.
And they going on tour together too. And with state prop. So
if anything, what it taught Dipset was they got to put on a better show. Because with a better show, that could go differently. The thing was they didn't take it as seriously, and they got punched in the mouth. But if Dipset brought their best, we'd be talking a little bit differently. But Jada definitely showed that he's one of the illest MCs of all time, without a doubt. Like he showed that.
I'm wearing my Timbs with shorts on today. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. I mean, for real. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. You can check G out on Boxing Bros USA, our Twitter. You can check Caden at Caden the Geek on both Twitter and Instagram. And check me out on Instagram at Ray Trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you connect with us. And check out our podcast on all major streaming services. Shout out to my brother Ned. Oh, I was about to get in that. Shout out to our brother Ned who couldn't make it here today. But you can also get with him on Instagram.
At Ned Spielberg.
At Ned Spielberg. Check him out on Instagram. Look, I'm Trill, the commissioner, Dollar Bill. And that's Caden. And that's No Comment G. And we the Boxer Bros. Thank you for rocking with us, man. We'll see you next week.
You're welcome.